And a very warm welcome, and it's a great pleasure to have you back in my presence. This is Peter Sanjevich with you on a Sunday afternoon, the 13th of August, looking ahead to racing on Monday, which is the 14th of August, and I've got 4 free bets for you, a lucky 15. Now, the good news on this, there are 3 of these horses are coming from Ireland at the meeting at Ballinrobe, and one of them could be a massive price, and I'm going to give you that one in just one moment. And there's also a horse running at Kempton Park, which is going to add up to 3 Ballinrobe bets and 1 at Kempton Park, which makes the 4 in the Lucky 15 or the Yankee, or whichever way you want to play it. Well, many thanks indeed for calling through. This line, my channel, is trending very, very high at the moment. Around about 2,500 people tuned in to yesterday's bets, and we finished off with yet another winner in Ireland with Mica doing the business for Mark Walsh and JP McManus excuse me, and the rest of the team there up there in Ireland, and job done. 5-1 backed into 2-1, just drifted slightly out into 3-1, but did the business. So another day, another winner for you there. Well, on Friday, obviously we had 180-1 winning double, 10-1 and 18-1, and it's been a case of winners after winners after winners all week last week as we move into another week of betting, predominantly with Irish bets I'm going to be giving you, but there are English bets as well. And this one at Kempton Park running on Monday is a horse I know all about, and I know it's very, very fancied indeed. So I'm going to open up with that one in one moment, and then I'll move on and give you the 3 horses. Sorry, I got a bit of an itch there. On Ballinrobe, as I say, one in the 820 there. I've had a good marker for that come through from one of my shrewdish sources who's responsible for some huge prize winners in the last 4 or 5 years to me, many of which I've given free on this channel. These are all free bets, by the way, Monday, all free. There's no extra bets, there's no pay bets, there's no emerald bets. They're all free for you as a loyalty bonus on the channel. I do also have 2 other bets at Ballinrobe, which are very interesting indeed, and all will be revealed in just one moment, as I say. One bet today on this channel, and we've also got an extra bet running a bit later on, the Emerald bet, of course. The horse Tic Tac in that first race, or the 240, a little bit unfortunate if you got a chance to watch it. It was stuck in the middle of the track, a bit like Steeler's wheel, stuck in the middle with you. And Luke McAteary come fast and strong at the end. The payout first 6 with bet 365, and it finished 7th. Got beat 3/4 length ahead, a short head and a head for 4th. So they finished in a bunch finish, but the horse was running in the middle of the track. I don't know if you saw that race, in that race where we had TikTok time, whatever it was called. Just one that got away, I think you can say that's classed as. So just got beat, finished like a rocket, else it would have been in the frame, but no cigar. But it was back from 22-1 down to 6-1 and just drifted out slightly just at the end. But what a week it's been, of course, on week 1. If you're with me, I know over 1,000 people, new people, came to the channel last week, and many people have been writing in saying how wonderful and how amazing the tips have been. Well, they're going to get even more amazing. I say they can't all win because they are very big prices indeed, but they don't have to all win, do they, at those prices? It's all about building a big betting bank through backing each way, big prices, and then connecting on big horses like 10-1 and 18 when they won on Friday, and the each ways which won at 20-1 and 33-1 doubles Monday and Thursday, and then another big winner last night, Mica. Now, let's get moving and let's get straight to Kempton Park, shall we, for these 4 free bets, all right? 4 free bets. Let's go to the 245. It's up to you what you want to do with these. If you want to put them in singles, I'd probably back them all individually and then have your multiple bets as well, doubles, trebles and accumulators. But if you want to keep things simple, just back them all individually at the same stake. So if you're a 5er person, have a 5 on everyone. If you're a 10er person, have a 10er on everyone, and then maybe have a smaller double. I can't really explain staking plans because there's 2,500, 3,000 people and everyone's got different pockets. So I don't want to tell you what to have on. All I'm saying is try and bet consistently the same and equal amounts if you can, rather than go up and down, you know. Just try and keep it levelsy devils if you can. And what I'd expect you to get the best benefits if you stick to the same. So if you're betting 5s, have a 5 on everything. If you're betting 20s, have 20 on everything. Simple as that. If you have 100 on, that's up to you, isn't it? You know, it's whatever you fancy doing, but stick to what you're doing and build up gradually. Build up your confidence, build up gradually, and just increase stakes slightly with the bookies' money when you're showing profit, as we are. So just go steady. It's a long-term option, long-term project. We're going to go to the end of the year. I'm taking you through August, well, halfway through there now, but I'm going to go through August, September, October, November, and December for you. So we're going 4.5 months together. So there's not a rush. There's going to be millions, well, not millions, but they're going to be stacks and stacks and stacks of big winners as you've already had. And so just take your time and don't get too excited. Just enjoy it and just let your bank balance go up and let your betting bank balance go up with it. 245 at Kempton. I think you understand what I'm saying. Number 6, it's called Garrick Street. Garrick Street. Now, this one's trained by Andrew Balding, ridden by David Probert. It's the only horse I'm tipping in England. The other 3, as I say, are all running in Ireland at Ballinrobe. But Garrick Street's a horse I'm very, very keen on. I've had this on my tracker, my pinpointer line for quite some time. I've got my own pinpoint things I put in my notepads, and this is one of them. It ran on the 29th of July, a couple of weeks ago or so, and ran 5th. It was a really good run at Windsor last time out. The horse was ridden by Joshua O'Brien. It's been replaced by the man himself there, David Probert, I beg your pardon, who rode it the time before when it was 4th at Chester. And that was a really good run. I think he's ready to win. He's off a mark of 67. It's a nice gelding. Andrew Balding's horses are in absolutely tip-top condition. It runs in a very winnable 0-68 graded contest here. 0-68, and I think that's very well within its range. Last time up it ran in a 0-75, so it's come down in class. It's got a better jockey, on no disrespect to Joshua O'Brien. David Probert takes the mount, and Andrew Balding, bang in form, and I think this horse is going to take a lot of beating. So I'm on each way, don't know what price it'll be. I expect somewhere around 7-1, somewhere around there. Let's say the time of broadcasting is mid-afternoon on Sunday. Bookies not priced them up yet. Balding, by the way, Andrew Balding that is, he's had 3 winners from his last, I think, 10 horses he's sent out. So he's really hot to trot, no doubt about that. Just going to get himself comfortable here with you. Before we move into these Irish racings. Number 6 then, don't miss it. It's the first bet of the day, and it's called Garrick Street. Should be around 5, 6, 7 to 1. I think it's very hard to kick it out of the frame, but I think it's got an outstanding, no, I always say that. It has got an outstanding chance of winning, not think, it has. So in a 0-68 handicap from a 0-75, dropping down in grade. It's dropped a pound in the weights as well from 68 to 67. It has been running off 74, so it's half a stone less than it was in May. Done a good job, Andrew Balding. I think he's got it absolutely cock on, as they say. Cock on. So that'll do for me and that'll do for you. First bet of the day, it's number 6, Garrick Street. That's the horse what runs in the afternoon session, because Ballinrobe has got an evening session, and I'm looking forward to having a very big evening indeed. So with no more ado, let's move to the second bet of the day. Well, I gave you a winner last night called Mica, which was ridden by the great Mark Walsh, who rides for JP McManus, amongst other people indeed, but he is his governor and a retaining jockey. Now, the reason why I'm saying that, because I've got a horse, again, which is owned by JP McManus, that I think it's got a really, really, really big chance. I really do. And I think really in all known form, this horse has to go very close indeed. It's a £15,000 handicap hurdle at Ballinrobe. The horse I'm talking about is ridden by Mark Walsh. It's trained by Dennis W. Cullen, not a name to conjure with too much, but Dennis can train a winner or two, else he wouldn't be certainly training for the man himself, JP McManus. And Mark Walsh knows how to win a race or two. And I think he's got a great chance here, no question at all, of winning on a horse called A Great View. A Great View. It's a 12-year-old gelding who's been just about coming to the boil in its last 2 races. It ran at Tipperary, finished 8th of 15, and then it ran at Galway just last week, when it's 9th of 20 with Walshy on board. Well, Mark's a great jockey and he knows these horses really well. He rides a lot of work for these horses as well. He's rode this horse 3 times in the last 5 trips it's been to the track at Fairyhouse, Punchestown and Galway. He's reunited with A Great View for this contest, which is a 3-mile 1 furlong handicap. The horse is stepping up in trip from 2.5 miles to 2 miles 6 to 3-mile 1. Take that note. The reason is all about the distance, 3-mile 1. The the weight it's carrying, 112, its allotted handicap mark, is a definite winning mark for this horse. It's ready to strike, and I'm on it big. It's number 4, A Great View. Each way, not sure what price it's going to be. It's a 10 run, a fairly competitive handicap hurdle. I'm looking for 5 to 1, 6 to 1. The horse has got, well, it's got 1 3 in its last 8 runs. The rest have been zeros. So 7 zeros and a 3, which was 2 outings ago at I think it was at Ballinrobe where it actually came third that day. I think it was. Yeah, it was. It was third at Ballinrobe when it came third behind a horse called Lunar Power. So I'm all over it. I'm going each way. Write it down. It's number 4, A, like the letter A, and then Great View. A Great View. Each way, it's an each way backable price. Now remember, these horses are often backed like Mica Malpa last night, 5 to 1 into 2 to 1, then drifted out slightly. So try and take an early price if you can, because there's a lot of people calling this line now. I'm watching, viewing, coming in, and it's fantastic, and I love you dearly for it, and it's great, and you're really helping me trend the channel upwards, and Google are really pushing it through the roof, and we're taking record-breaking calls along with record-breaking winners. But this all adds up to the bookies running for cover a lot on these races. So try and get on early. It's the same with that Tic Tac horse. It didn't win, but it was 20 to 2 to 1 and went down to 6 to 1. So, try and get on early if you can. Book early, Fred Ponting. The old book early. Don't know if anyone remembers that. Book early, Fred Ponting. Number 4, anyway, A Great View, 7:20 at Ballinrobe. One of my naps of the week, and we're only into the week at Monday, of course, is going to be this horse I'm going to talk to you about next. And then I'm going to give you another horse of JP McManus, and that one runs. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me give you this of JP McManus's other horse I've got for you, and then I'm going to finish off with this horse, which is one of the bets of the week, because it's got no form to its name and will be a big price, and I'm going to give it you absolutely free of charge. But before I do, just slip over to the 6:20 at Ballinrobe, and there's a really interesting race here, and the horse I like here is number 6. It's called In for the Night. It's ridden by Mark Walsh again, this time for a different trainer, Desmond McDonough. Now, Mark Walsh is riding on this horse. It's called In for the Night. In for the Night. It's had 3 runs, 14 to 1, 25 to 1, and 12 to 1. And it's come 6 of 12, 4th of 15, and 16th of 17. Tailed off. But I've got reasons to believe that this horse could pop up tomorrow. It's in a 2-mile race, which I think is going to be absolutely perfect. And I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it. It's number 6. It's called In for the Night. And I'm going to be honest as I say, the horse has had good form in bumpers, and it's got good form over further distances in its breeding as well. But there's no doubt about it in my mind that this horse has been set alight tomorrow, I think, in a handicap for the first time. And I'm going to be backing that each way. Don't know what price it is. As I say, it's fairly competitive. I think it's 10 runs go to post. Oh, sorry, 16 runs go to post. And they pay out first 5. I'm going for number 6. It's called In for the Night. It's been allotted a handicap mark of 100. I don't think that's overburdened whatsoever. Trained by the very unfashionable trainer, Desmond McDonough, but he has had a winner just 3 runs ago with a horse called Hearts Are Trumps. And I think he could well hit the back of the net again with this one. Always hard to know with these type of horses who are running handicaps for the first time how good they actually are. But I don't think it's the strongest race of all time. And I think In for the Night is one to certainly have on your side. That's the 6:20 at Ballinrobe, In for the Night, which leaves one horse to go, which runs in the 8:20 at Ballinrobe. Now, I'm going to give you this. It's in the 8:20 at Ballinrobe. And then be sure to make a date with me tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And that will be for Tuesday's action. Now, on Tuesday, my most profitable horse racing track, race course, whatever you want to call it, is Dundalk over there in Ireland. I have won an absolute mint predicting big prize handicap winners at that track, and I've got 2 horses already lined up for that wonderful track. It's like a flapping dog track, isn't it? But it's an all-weather track, and there's 2 horses I've got there, been waiting for a little while, and they're ready to go on Tuesday night, and I'm going to tell you all about them on Monday night. That's at Dundalk for Tuesday, so 6 o'clock. Be earlier than that, actually. So make sure you've subscribed to the channel, because you'll get an alert which tells you all about what I've got and what I'm predicting will happen on Tuesday night at Dundalk. It's exciting, to say the least. But before Tuesday comes Monday, and the 8:20 at Ballinrobe is a very, very nice race indeed. It's a handicap hurdle. It's not the best race of all time, but they all pay out the same. And this one's a 19 runner. So again, bookies are paying first 5 enhanced places, and often bookmakers pay 6th and 7th for requests. As I say, I told you, you've got to shop around for your best odds and best value. I know Bet365 actually played down to 7th and 8th in that first race today for enhanced odds. But it's up to you where you go. Now, the 820 at Ballinrobe is very, very much one I'm taking very seriously. It's number 10. It's got 5 zeros next to its name. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 5 zeros. And I expect it to have a 1 next to its name. It's number 10. It's called Jericho de Bourne. That's Jeriko, D-E, and then Bourne, B-A-U-N-E. Jericho de Bourne. It's trained by Philip Fenton, who we've had some real good touches with, and ridden by Brian Hayes, who done us a favour not too long ago on a real big gamble. And I think this horse could land a touch. It's got no form, 98889. It's like the, I'd say, the phone number of the, the weighing room at Ballinrobe, isn't it? 98889. That's its number. Hello, hey you there. Jericho de Bourne in the last race. That'll do me. Seriously. Number 10, Jericho de Bourne. It's a big price. I'm not going to tell you too much about it other than the fact that it's gone off at 33 to 1, 50 to 1, 50 to 1, 12 to 1, and 100 to 1 in the 5 runs. Tomorrow, the cash is on. My cash is on. If you want to back it, I'll leave that with you. But I'm backing it, and I think it could well pop up and strike. 5 noughts. It's gone off at 33s, 50s, 50s, 12s, and 100. Tomorrow night, we're frying tonight. Jericho de Bourne off a mark of 96. It looks to me as if it's all ready to pop up and do the business. And ready to strike and coming to the boil. Irrelevant, the form. Irrelevant. Because tomorrow, let's go for it. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed the message. I've enjoyed being with you on a Sunday afternoon. I've got my little dog there. You see the dog with the, can you see that? With the sunglasses on there. There he is. He's a nice dog. I got him from Dunhelm Mill. Dunhelm Mill. He was there sitting waiting, and we had to have him, and he's come home with us. He's a good lad. I think he's a lad. I'm not sure. I think he is, yeah. Anyway, that's it. Jericho de Bourne, 820 at Ballinrobe. Don't miss it. A great view for Mark Walsh in the 720 at Ballinrobe. Let's go for it. And in for the night in the 620 at Ballinrobe. Mark Walsh. Let's go for it. He did us proud last night. And Garrick Street in the afternoon session for David Probert and Andrew Balding. Opportunity knocks. That's it from me to you. Good luck if you're on the extra bet today, the Emeralds. It's a big prize, 20 to 1. They can't all win, but they're all trying. All the horses I give you are trying, and they're doing the best, and they are huge prices. And in the end of the day, you are going to make mincemeat of the bookmakers by beating the bookmakers at their own game with mathematicals, approach, and percentages. That's it. Have a lovely Sunday evening, whatever you're doing. We had an amazing week last week. Let's do it again this week. Go get them.